Back way, back way, back way, back way. Bring it to me, girl, I still want it. Yo, hey, boom, bam, Adrian Dutchin here. And I will be on Table Talk with Nikki G, the voice. That's right. Island vibes. Big up yourself. We're going to have a good time. The girls, them, bring it. Back way, back way, back way, back way.
The name says it all.
Welcome to Table Talk. Table Talk. Table Talk. Table Talk.
Broadcasting live from Philadelphia. Island Vibe, Philly's newest and hottest station.
You're listening to IslandVibes.net. All your hits banging right here. Philly #1 Caribbean station.
Hey, girls, come wine banana, na na, yeah.
Yo, Drew.
Girl, come wine banana, na. Carnival done, but you want still come wine banana, na na. Bring it fast now.
Table Talk is now in session. Now in session. Now in session.
Listen.
All right. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for tuning in to islandvibe.net. This is Table Talk Show with Nikki G, the voice. And I have the lovely, talented, he has so many accolades when you go through his bio and, you listen to his music and so forth. This is Adrian Dutchin. Welcome,
Hey, what's up,
Adrian.
world? Hey, what's up, world? What's up, Trinidad and Tobago?
Yeah.
Thank you for having me, Nikki. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. You're very welcome. So, how was your week? I know the weekend started, so I don't know if you're more
It's
busy on the
the
weekend
the
than
the, the
during the week.
weekend. Well, it's a balance sometime, but for me, the weekend is more a vibe, more shows, you more busy, in and out. But it started last night. I was in Queens, and the festivities started. So. Yeah, usual work, and then on tonight again, I have something to do, and then tomorrow again something to do. So, and it's summer in New York, so
Exactly.
the craziness starts. Summertime is when a lot of the events kick off and
Mhm.
jump off, and everybody and a lot of artists tend to make a little more money. So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I, I'm gonna ask you about that because the difference between hip hop, R&B, country, and so forth compared to actually I'll ask you it now and then we'll jump into how you started and so forth. So the way how soca works and how R&B works, right? How you say you tend to make a little money at this time, right? Could you explain that to us so people who are listening in different genres could understand?
Well, most artists soca artists would make money when it's a country's carnival time, eh? Um, when it's that season, and it's such a lucky thing that there's a carnival in a country happening every month.
Yes.
So that is the reason why a lot of you see everybody in Trinidad, everybody vie to get that song, or they're in that pool with these songs and stuff like that, because when the dust settles in Trinidad, everybody would know what is the songs or the songs, and those are the people that would usually get a lot of the work in every country,
Hmm.
So that is what happens with soca in the soca arena. And I guess the small shows and stuff like that would tend to go to the smaller artists and stuff like that. Um, it's a crazy, well, I wouldn't say a crazy thing. It's been happening for generations. That's just how it is. And I'm pretty sure other genres are just like that too. Whichever song is the big song or the hot songs in the charts, those are the people that everybody would fight to see. You know what I mean? Other than
Yeah.
if you're huge and you go on tour and stuff like that. So I guess that's just how it is. I came and met it like that, and hey, I guess it can be like that, or maybe evolve to something. I don't know, but that's how it
Yeah.
is right now.
All right. And
I'm
one more.
happy I'm from Guyana, and I always in that pool, so I look at Trinidad, I look at Trinidad thing and say, Lord, man, they have They have so many songs just come out for Trinidad and Tobago Carnival.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes. But
If you
that pool, as you say, is like a lot of different countries in that pool, not just Trinidad.
Trinidad, that's true. That's what like. Um, I could tell you this after last night. Um, so myself and Ricky Jai, we was speaking last night. And he was telling me, he said, "Boy, Adrian, I really need you to get Guyana out of your head. You conquer Guyana already, you know. You need to put Trinidad in your head. If you want, you have to you have to go to Trinidad and you have to spend at least a month in Trinidad
Mm,
campaigning around carnival time and stuff like that. That's the only way how you can make it happen because Trinidad is the mecca, and the Skinny Fabulous, the Problem Child, all of them. That is what they did. You know, they
yeah.
campaign in Trinidad every year. They keep campaigning in Trinidad, and they piece by piece by piece, and now they're known and huge in Trinidad, and that is so true. Eh? That is
Yeah.
so true.
Yeah. I guess it's the same thing. It not in comparison per se, but most people would come to America, even though from Trinidad, people would come to America to reestablish themselves. Because even though you establish yourself in Trinidad, you still have to
So,
establish yourself here.
it's something.
And I think the
Mm.
music goes to England, Trinidad, and here, something like that. I mean, you could clarify that, how did
Um,
you find?
the, well, the music. Right now, how music, and like I used the word evolve before.
Mm,
It's always something strange for every song.
mm-hmm,
Like like it happens. Like sometimes you do a song and it didn't happen this year or something, and then out of the woodwork, it play in some way, and then it come back. It's just a wrench has always been thrown inside it, and that's how it works. Everybody's song kicks off differently. Sometimes a
yeah,
song you don't like, it just happened to spark. There's so many different things that's happen.
that,
So you can't put a finger on it,
that is true.
definitely and say, this is how it happened. This is
Yeah,
how it happened.
yeah,
It
yeah.
happen differently all the time.
Yeah, and everything is evolving. Yeah, because I've heard songs that I'm thinking that is recent, and then when you go on YouTube or you're looking it up on Spotify
Hmm.
or any way you listen to music, you say
It's
that
been
it was done
released.
like 8 years ago, but
And you're
people are
like,
now picking up on it, you know?
and that's how music is. That's just how music is.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't put a finger on it, and you can't put a label on it. You can't. It's just a free thing, yeah. And I guess what happened, it's just unexplainable, man. And whenever the song busts, it busts, as we
Yeah,
say.
yeah. But at least you put your work in order for
You
that to
put
happen, because some people think, okay, let me just share it and not do the footwork and then expect people to
but
share it as well, which is not a problem, right? But it's like there's so many
it's
different
it's not.
aspects.
That's true, but it's much easier now because of this social media. Social media technology has made things so much easier that you could literally um post a song and it becomes viral and you're a sensation overnight.
Yes,
I
yes.
have literally seen so many stories that they have people that post something at night or something, and they just go in their bed, they wake up in the morning and they have millions of views, and they're like, what is going on here?
Oh
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah. So
That's
and there's a guy from Jamaica called Valiant that sings.
yeah. Mm-hmm,
So the way how he, as we say, bust,
mm-hmm,
he did a slang called catchy hat. He said catchy hat or something like that.
yeah,
And he said, look, I just did it. He just said the phrase and it was just something. And he said he woke up the next morning and he was this big sensation on TikTok in Jamaica. Everybody was catch a hat. And he's like, what? Like he didn't understand it. And from one thing led to another. And this guy is getting thousands of dollars now to do shows. That's just how it goes. Well, of course, you have to have your talent and everything ready. Hey, that's just how it is these days. And
Yeah.
then there's people that you have to put in. Like me, I I personally think that um social media and everything and technology is changing so fast. Some
Mm-hmm.
of these things I see everybody doing on TikTok and cutting up the videos and vanishing and everything, and I'm like, yo, am I getting old? What is going on here, man? I
Yeah.
would, oh, what? Every time you look, is just something different there. And hey, those are the things that you have to do to stay relevant. You have to have a very good team behind you, that somebody that is very um technology savvy, and
Mm-hmm.
and your marketing people have to be, they have to be on it, you know what I mean? So it moves fast, man. So you just
Yeah.
you gotta go with the flow, as we say.
It does. It really does. I just wanted to say, usually when I start my show, I would start it and wish everybody good morning and introduce my guests and so forth, and then take a break. But I wanted to get into it because Adrian have so much to talk about. My 2 hours go by so fast. So I just wanted to get into some of the, you know what I mean? As you mentioned
All right,
something, I
all
wanted
right.
to take a thing. So we're gonna take a quick minute or two break, you know, get you guys situated. I know people are logging in. We still have to send a couple of blasts here and there to make sure everybody knows that Adrian is on the show, right? We have some events that are coming up. So when I come back, I'm gonna mention those to you, including our food fest, which is coming up on August 11th. So keep it locked to islandvibe.net. Tune in to Table Talk Show with Nikki G, the voice. Right now, well, I'm not too sure if we're live on my YouTube, but um, everything you'll be able to see after 12 if you missed anything. All right. So keep it locked to Table Talk Show with Nikki G, the voice, and Adrian. Come and experience islandvibe.net in Philly, our second annual food expo, which is going down on August 11th. We're going to have it at Chalmers Park. The address is North 29th Street and Chalmers Avenue, PA. Come and experience excellent, delicious cuisines from the Caribbean and meet our DJs who would be live. They will be playing live, and we'd have games and fun, and you get to meet everyone. Okay? I'm looking forward. Keep it locked to islandvibe.net. Also, tune into my show every Saturday, which is Table Talk Show with Nikki G, The Voice, or Table Talk Show with Nikki G, every Saturday from 10 to 12 p.m. Okay? Keep it locked and see you soon. Philly, I'm coming your way. All right. So, break is over. Thank you for tuning in to Table Talk Show with Nikki G the Voice, also on islandvibe.net. If you're tuning in now, I'm here with Adrian Dutchin. If you're familiar with him, he is from Guyana. He's well acclaimed. He's gone to so many different countries. He has some beautiful music out, behind the scenes, I was talking to him about when I met him. And the first time, well, it wasn't the first time that I went to East Orange Carnival, but I went to East Orange Carnival and I was far. So I'm coming up to the stage and I'm hearing this song. I'm like, I know this song. And then I saw Adrian on stage. I never met you live. So, you could always hear a song and never see somebody in person. So when he started singing, I
Mm,
was like, oh, I know this person, blah, blah, blah. I was like, I gotta get him on the show. And you were so receptive to me. Like, you just came up and it's like, Nikki G, we gotta do this, we gotta do this. And he did a drop for me. And, but at that
y- y-
time, I didn't have a show. I think I was just doing YouTube or something like
YouTube.
that.
Yeah,
And
I
now
remember.
acclaiming, different things was happening. And I
Mm,
was like, I gotta get on my show. So this was in the making, like since then, so I'm super
mm.
happy and excited to bring him on this platform.
I thank you. I thank you for having me. I remember, I remember you backstage thing. Whenever you have you just never know. So whenever you have opportunity, other artists out there, you're looking, you're listening, whatever. Whenever you get the opportunity to um be on a show radio, television, whatever, that little, you always take it, always
Yeah.
take it.
Yeah.
Don't take nothing for granted because you just never know who's looking. You never know. And to be honest, when I did your stuff, they had somebody else doing something backstage also. They
Yeah.
were like, "Yo, you're a real cool guy, man. Can we do?" And I did it, and what happened? I end up even getting a show, a event from them because somebody there had a 50th and they saw me perform and they were like, "Man, I saw you go and do the interview and stuff like that. You're really cool, whatnot." Nah, I got a show from that. You just gotta be, you gotta be very receptive, very humble, and be natural, And that's me from jump. That's just me
Yeah.
from jump. Yeah. So I thank you for having me, man. Thank you for your fans, them that are locked on, that are gonna be looking at it, and everybody that are gonna know me that didn't know me.
Mhm.
Thank you guys for the love, man.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're really welcome. But as you said, you've been like that from a long time ago. What advice would you give to people who are shy, people who want to bring out their music? Like I've heard some artists, even Beyonce, mention that
Mm.
she's shy, but she has like an alter ego. Do you have an alter ego, or have you always been outgoing where nothing really stops you?
I've always been outgoing. I'm a Virgo. I'm September. I love daring. I love daring stuff. That's just me. I've never been a shy person, but nervous, yes, nervous.
Mm.
Nervousness always kicks in before. Um, and when it comes to your talent, I think honesty plays a very big part in it. It's either you're good or you're bad, and just be very honest with yourself.
Okay.
Either when you're listening to your stuff or you're looking back at your stuff, what you're doing, if it's good, yes. If it's not for you, it's not for you. Not everything is for everybody,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it will save you a lot of time and money being honest with yourself one time. You know what I mean? Like personally, my wife thinks she could sing. I said, listen, it's not for you. It is not for you.
Oh no.
Because she first, okay, so my wife have two things that is like really needed to
Yeah.
be a entertainer. First one, she really shy.
Mm.
So she ain't going on no stage, she ain't doing nothing like that. And the
Uh-huh.
second thing, is she's a bathroom singer. That is not that's her.
So wait, you're
So
trying to say she don't have a voice? Not to cut you off, but you're trying to say she don't have a voice,
she
or
have a voice. No, she have a voice for her to love. She
okay.
have a voice for her to love. I wouldn't I don't see my wife ever going in a studio. First of all, I might think my wife even shy to go in a studio with people there, and
Uh,
not her, not my
uh-huh.
wife.
Uh-huh.
So so you just gotta be real with it. Like me personally, I ain't going to play no basketball. I ain't no basketball player. You see me, I'm 5'5". I ain't no basketball player. You know what I mean? That's not my talent, not
Uh-huh.
basketball. But I love being on stage. That's my thing. I've been this way since I was 11, 12. I love being on stage, you
Mm.
know? Yeah, so what is for you is for you. Were you good at, stick to that and enhance it, upgrade it,
Yeah.
nurture it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Care your craft. And that's just how it goes.
So when you talk about height, that's one thing, right? Because I
Mm,
know, I mean, I haven't, this is something that's really funny to me. So you'd find you have a lot of Knicks fans who are diehard Knicks fans no matter what, right? I'm one of
mm.
them.
Okay,
And
yeah.
because of Knicks always losing and losing and losing, after a point I stopped watching. And then Starks was
Mm,
one of my favorites. And
mm,
I had a couple of others. And I couldn't take it, man. Like every time I watch, so I stopped watching sports. I
mm.
like I like what do you call it? Gymnastics. I'll watch some of that, and Serene Williams and all that stuff. But because of
Tennis
that,
and stuff.
I never really get into the sports per se. So in reference to height, they do have some height challenge people because I'm 5'1" who played
Mm.
basketball. I
Basketball.
guess.
Yeah, yeah, Bugsy Bug. Yeah, man, they have people where you see that is that it's a talent that they have. They know it's a talent, although they're short. It's a
Yeah.
talent that they have.
Yeah.
They either could dribble the ball really well, they could pass real well. That's something that they could do. You know
Mm,
what I mean?
mm,
But
mm.
if you if you can't do it, plus you're short, oh boy, just stay away from it.
Too many
Mm-mm.
challenges. Too
Just
many
stay away from it,
challenges.
man. Yeah, just stay. Like I look at the auditions sometime for stuff like The Voice and whatnot,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
Oh my gosh. Some of the people them oh my gosh. Why would you even put yourself through that, boy? You don't have not you really don't have a voice. Are you going on audition for The Voice? Who and that it comes again to honesty. The
Yeah.
people around
Yeah.
you weren't honest with you.
Oh
Because if they
no.
were honest with you, they would have never tell you go on audition for that thing because no, singing is not for you. Do not go. Give somebody
Uh-huh.
else this space. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But hey, that's how it goes. That's how it
Yeah.
goes. And even the judges them is be like, come on,
I
man.
know.
Why are you here?
But that's what, yeah, that's what they're there for, to open your
But I have
eyes
some
and let
people,
you know. Yeah.
but I have some people genuinely love, not some, a lot of people love things that are not for them.
Hmm.
And I personally know they have some people that are in the entertainment business and stuff like that. And they love it, but they don't love them.
I know. It
And
happens.
they spend a vast amount of money at it to
Mm.
keep pushing at it and keep doing it. So there comes a point when I say to myself, you know what? If this is this person joy, and who am I to spoil it for them? You know,
Yeah.
let them do it, man. If whenever they're tired and fed up or whatever, I guess
Yeah.
they'll say, you know what? I don't think this thing is
If
for me,
it's
man.
not, yeah, if it's not working
You know,
out with them or
yeah.
something like
So
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
man. I
Yeah.
ain't doing that to nobody. I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that to nobody.
But it's
So
good.
hey,
It's good to be honest, though. If you have friends who are honest, then,
mm,
I mean, you have to kind of like thread thin when you're speaking to people you don't really know, because you wouldn't know how to bring it across to them.
right.
But I believe there is indirect speaking where you can ask people
Mm,
questions so they can wonder, is this really working for
wonder
me?
if
Should
it's
I be in this industry? Should I be singing? Should I be, certain things?
constructive criticism is a thing that not everybody could take also.
True,
But
true.
you know what I've learned over the years? I'll tell you the truth. I've learned over the years there's one thing that helps.
Mm.
Just keep your mouth shut. That's what I do. I just keep my mouth shut. Keep my mouth shut, yeah.
I I've tried, and like my internal voice sometimes will be, Nicole, shut up. Just
But
shut up. Don't say
don't say nothing.
nothing.
Keep it.
But I am Capricorn, and one of
Oh
my friends
Lord.
tell me, do not bring the thing about Capricorn and this and that and the other, because everybody individually, this is how you are, not necessarily because of thing. But I've seen traits that
Well,
I have, and some of my friends will be like, I'm the same, as a
y-
Capricorn.
you know, I tend to do the same thing. I
Mm,
tend to I tend to do the same thing. Like I look how Leos behave, how Virgos behave.
mm-hmm.
A lot of people may not think, yes, it is the individual,
Yeah.
but they are traits. They are
They
traits.
have some
They
traits
have
that are
traits.
similar, yeah,
Yeah,
because
they
I
have
find
traits.
some Capricorns are, well, for me, I know I'm dead honest, and I don't mean it bad. I don't mean it in a bad way. But if you ask me for advice, and you truly ask me for advice, or you ask me a question, I'm going to tell you the truth. And if I'm silent,
Mm-mm.
let's say if I don't want to tell you something, I'll have to be silent and be
I
like,
That's what I do. I shut my
maybe,
mouth. That's what I just do. I just shut my mouth and
yeah,
go my way, boy. Cause I always be like, don't let me say nothing.
yeah,
Don't let me say nothing. And I've learned that. I learned that from a long time, man. I just keep my mouth shut and just roll. Just go somewhere.
mm,
Yeah, that's what I do. That's what I
yeah.
do, man.
Yeah. So let me start with I know we're like 27 minutes in. So I want to basically start from how you started as a little kid. What made you get into the music industry? What inspired you?
Um, well, back in Guyana, I used to be on a I was very lucky to be on a television show,
Mm-hmm.
and like every segment, like not segment, every show they would do different stuff. They would go different places or whatnot, and it so happens one of the time they went into a studio in Guyana, and that studio at the time was the big studio in Guyana, and I
Mm-hmm.
went there. I did just went there to interview people,
Recording in progress.
the guy that owned the studio and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Um, I never they so they played a beat and I was just gonna mimic being in the thing singing or whatnot. And I put on the headphones and I started to just sing and stuff. And the studio guy was like, "You good? You're
Mm.
really good, bro." I was like, "Yeah." But well, me knowing how these people just BSCI is like, yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, I mean, and one behold, the guy give me his number and stuff like that, and he reached out to me,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, maybe, you know. But what happened in school? I always used to be beating on tabletops and singing as a just a gimmick thing, and people from other schools used to be coming and they wanted me to do it. And I'm like, maybe it's a thing. Maybe it's a thing.
Yeah.
And it just so happens my little girlfriend break my heart and I write a song and it was a thing in Guyana and one thing led to another and things just start happening and
Wow.
pe- pieces just fall into one another and I'm like, wow, okay. And before I know it, I'm a part of the Soca Monarch and this and that and it moves so fast.
Wow.
Yeah, and one title become two, three, four, and things just start, yeah. And
Moving.
before I know it, I was signed to Crossfire. So many things start happening for me, and I'm like, maybe this is for me. But
Yeah.
I question myself a lot of times because sometimes this road gets so hard, it's be like, "Ah, should I keep doing this thing?
Mm-hmm.
Should I? Because music, let me tell you, people out there that's listening and want to get into entertainment and stuff like that. Entertainment is hard. Entertainment is money. Um, you may do a song, right? And when you do this song, let's just say the song is good,
Mm-hmm.
and you want to get this song out there. You have to do so much. You have to pay so much promotion, this, that. It's a lot of money to do video, do this. So it's an investment, eh? It's a it's
Yeah.
a it's a big investment. So if you know to yourself that you have your last set of money to go through the month and everything, think think before think before you you ain't gonna come into this music business and make thousands and millions of dollars
Yes.
overnight, eh? It's a
Mm-hmm.
process. It's a process, wishing they have people that it happened for them like that. But hey, you might be lucky. Like I heard a guy say, music business right now is like the lottery. Eh? You
Mm-hmm.
you you just do it and throw it in the pool and see what happens. If the song make some money for you, if it don't, if it yeah, and that's the truth. You go into the studio, you make the song, you put the song out there, and you just see what happens.
See what happened. But that's see what happened. Before I go to that, did you do any vocal training or everything was just natural? You just learned as you went along or
I learned as I went along.
Mhm.
I had it wasn't nothing. Probably like 2 3 months. I was in certain classes and stuff like that that they had in Guyana, and that was about it. Yeah, nothing heavy for me to say that. Yeah, because I had it naturally, and I personally think that soca music and stuff like that, it's things you have to feel, man. It's a vibe. It's a vibe.
Yeah.
If you have the vibe, you have the vibe. It's not really that technical, and but there are a lot of soca singers that have beautiful voices. Like for me, Destra, oh my God, that
Oh
girl,
yes.
is- her voice is wow. I always
Amazing. The reach and
yeah,
everything is, and then she knows a lot of different languages. She knows French, she knows Spanish.
French,
So
wow,
all that.
yeah, man, really. wow. And hey, amazing people, man.
So, being a recording artist after you got signed, how was that experience?
Well, after I got eh, things move pretty fast.
Mm,
Um, a lot of shows start to come in, a lot of things start to happen. The wheels start turning. You get busy.
mm,
Especially when you win Soca Monarch. If you're in the top five,
yeah.
things start to happen for you. Work, travel, this, that. So you get an opportunity to put yourself out there,
Mm-hmm.
and you use it wisely. You use it wisely. Um, a little money start to come in. You put some of that money towards your music. Well, of course, when you now start, thing with family and whatnot. And a lot of artists out there that are young and upcoming. Um, if you want to get into entertainment, I saw a guy told me this year, when I was young, coming up in entertainment, and I was like, "What's man really talking about?" Yeah? He said, if you really want to get into entertainment, it's not an easy life.
Mm,
Wife and children and stuff like that. It's tough doing it because you're away from them. Eh? You
family.
pushing, and you're trying to do this, trying to do that.
Yeah.
It's a very hard thing. Eh? So he said to me, if you could do it without a wife, without children and stuff like that, and get it, and then settle
So,
for that, it would be it would be good. But
mm,
of course, you think you know it all, and I could think is when you get into it and you really see
mm-hmm.
it. You think it easy being away from your family, doing tours, doing this, doing it, is it gets to you, eh? And not to mention your wife too. It gets to
Yeah.
her too, seeing you
Yeah.
performing, girls, them, and everybody's only human, eh?
True.
So you begin to see, you need to listen. You need to listen. So the young fellas and the young women out there that want to get into entertainment and stuff like that, yeah, get yourself and the craft together
Mm-hmm.
before you really say, you know what, I'm gonna settle down, and once I settle down, yes, I'm gonna get this person to understand it. And it's not an easy thing to understand. Entertainment is not an easy thing to understand. It's
Yeah.
not. Even the best of us is stuff happens, eh? But as you learn as you go, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, your musical influences, were there any person that influenced you as you were growing up?
Um, of course, the Michael Jacksons and the Marvin Gayes, and I always look at the older folks. Um, inspiration for soca music per se, like, if you're not inspired by Masha Montano, then for soca music, then you something wrong. He's like the king of soca music, so everybody look up to everybody is inspired by Marshall,
Yeah.
and everybody. But one of the person that really inspired me to say, wow, I would love to do that, is my first concert, my first soca concert that ever wowed me,
Mm-hmm.
was one in Guyana. I was walking out of the venue, and the main artist was coming on, and I wasn't a big soca person per se.
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw people, girls, them running back and stuff like that. So I turned around and I'm thinking, and then I saw Rupi came on with Jump,
Uh-huh.
and the reaction of the people, the fireworks, the confetti, and everything, that thing just blew me away.
Blow your
I
mind.
was like, wow, I want to do this. I
Yeah.
would love to do that. And I looked at the way how he commanded the crowd and stuff like that, and I'm like, man, I would love to do this, boy. I would love to learn to do this.
Uh-huh.
And it was just amazing to me, man. Like, that thing really captivated me. How can a man just be on stage and everybody's waving left, right? He's like a puppet master. Like, yeah, I love this. And I started to, and
Gravitate
with
towards it.
time, with time, I
Mm-hmm.
developed the craft, and I understood. how to do it, this, that, and you get better with time, man. You get better with
That's
time,
true. That's true.
you know.
That is so true.
And yeah, but that was my wow moment. I never forget
Mhm.
that. Ropey doing jump was my wow moment, man. I was like, wow.
But
I
what did
think I was like 15, 15,
mm,
yeah, probably, yeah.
what did you see yourself doing before that? Like if that was your wow moment, what did you enjoy before? Like music wise, or were you into something totally different, sports or
I
something?
wasn't I wasn't into, you know, I always liked law enforcement.
Mm,
I don't know why. I am like really captivated by law enforcement,
mm,
the judicial system. I
mm.
would have definitely been in the judicial system some way, maybe a
Yeah.
lawyer, a judge, a detective, some way. I always like that. So I would have been
Yeah.
something along it, yeah. But this music thing just came and messed up my whole iteration, man. Like, whoa,
But do you
I tell
think
you.
you find people like I interviewed one person and well actually a couple of people who are still in the army pursuing their goals, right?
Mm,
I don't know if you have a job
me,
where you do your job and you
me. Well, actually, what happened? I have my own business, right?
mm,
Um, and the reason set that I wanted to get into business for myself is because when you it's so hard having a regular 9 to 5 and doing music too and traveling
true,
this that's a lot of sick time. That's a lot of grandmothers dying to get off. That's a lot of grandfathers dying or people getting sick to get off. And then I, I used to work at this place, right? And I said I was sick and I needed the weekend and stuff like that. One behold, the boss now, his daughter, go and show him a clip of me performing at a show. She not knowing that. So he's like, wait, oh, this guy's sick. So it's like it's a hard task, man. It's a hard thing to do. So if you're your own boss, you have more leeway. If you do your own thing, you have more leeway.
mm-hmm,
And yeah, and sometimes you have to make a decision. Even a lot of times, man, I just be like, you know what? I, hmm, man, I think a 9 to 5, but then you always fall back in the same thing, trying to get off work, trying to make this happen. It's a I commend people that could really get it done in that way, because there are people that get the time off sometimes they don't. It
true.
depends, man. It depends. But for me, it's a tough thing to do. But listen, your family gotta eat, bills gotta pay, and especially the level you're at in music. If it can't do it, you have to do what you have to do. You
Mm-hmm.
have to do what you have to do. So yeah, it
That's
depends. Yeah, it depends. But for right now, as
mm,
is, music is something that brings it in for me, whatnot. But
yeah.
there are a lot of time, and it depends on which 9 to 5 you take. Um, people have part-time jobs. It's different.
It's
It it,
different,
it,
yeah,
yeah, it
yeah.
varies for everybody. It
It
varies.
does. It does. I tried juggling a 9 to 5. I mean, through having my kids, family, jobs, and so forth. I took a
Mm,
break for a year. I said I wanted to get into party promotion. I
mm,
did that. Then I said, you know what? I don't like losing money. So I end up being the third party where the middleman. So if somebody wanted someone to help promote, you know,
mm.
and I got into
Okay.
photography and stuff like that. But when you mentioned law, I used to ask so many questions when I was young. I used to be like, I'd like to be a detective because I like figuring out, what this is about. You know,
But okay.
I didn't
Mm,
like blood. The sight of blood, I'd faint. So
faint.
I know where I wanted to go and stuff. But then I started liking, I always liked music. And I think I got that from my parents. So then it led into that direction, and I did a few like modeling and singing and stuff like that. But now try to sing, my friends will be like, "No, Nicole." And I'm like, "Listen, I used to do this when I was younger." So when you were
Younger,
talking
right?
about that, it reminded me of one of my friends recently telling me. So I was like, maybe I need practice because I still want to do a song. I always said I wanted to do a song. But
Mm.
then someone told me I had a better voice. Not a better voice, but a good phone speaking voice. And that's how they got me into doing voiceovers and
Oh,
commercials and stuff.
okay.
And it just took off
And
from there, as you
to
said,
go. Mm.
with
Man,
your
everybody, yeah, you just sometimes you just gotta find your niche. You know what I mean?
true, true,
It's better to find it earlier than later, but I
true.
guess you can't do that. And when it comes, eh?
Yeah, exactly. What's for you
When
is
it
for you,
is
you
for
know?
you, yeah, man. When
Yeah.
it comes, yeah, man.
So we
So
have
I,
mm-hmm.
yeah, go ahead.
Oh, okay. I didn't want to cut you off with the statement you were gonna say. So we have the song Sweetness. We just want to play a song so everybody would hear what Adrian, how Adrian's voice is and so forth. Um, so we play Sweetness now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Na 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 na. For the ladies. Boom. Come let me hold you and give you just what you need. Let me walk you properly and give you the sweetness, darling. I'll give you that. Come let me hold you and give you just what you need. Let me walk you properly and give you the sweetness, darling. I'll give you that. I'll give you on the spot there. Come get the proper walk here. Come take it how you want it. Darling, I'll give you that. And I'll give you on the spot there. Come get the proper work, yeah. And I'll give you how you want it. Baby, I'll give you that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't mean to be rude, but you caught my attention, baby. You looking good. Oh, darling, you got me under pressure. And I just can't help myself now. And if you give me one chance, I can show you. Let me show you. Come let me hold you and give you just what you need. Let me walk you properly and give you the sweetness, darling. I'll give you that. Come let me hold you and give you just what you need. Let me walk you properly and give you the sweetness, darling. I'll give you that. I'll give you on the spot there. Come get the proper work, yeah. Come take it how you want it. Darling, I'll give you that. And I'll give you on the spot there. Come get the proper work, yeah. And I'll give you how you want it. Baby, I'll give you that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. 10 out of 10, you deserve it all.
Beautiful, beautiful. So when you also write your songs, because I've seen where you've had some creative writers also
Well,
for the latest song that you have.
yeah. What happened? Like, this is the second time in my life that somebody has ever written a song. For me,
Ah,
I usually write all my tracks. I usually
okay.
do all my stuff. But this guy down out to Trinidad, he says, Adrian, there's gonna be a rhythm coming out, and I wrote all the songs for the rhythm and stuff like that. And I like the rhythm when they send me the rhythm and stuff like that. And I like the song. And I'm like, you know what? Ain't nothing wrong with you. Just trying a vibe, man. Just trying a vibe. And it came out really well, you know.
Mm.
Yeah. The studio that I use code 784 Studios. That's my boy from St. Vincent.
Uh-huh.
His name is Shady. He really works with people in the studio to get the right harmonies and everything. And yeah, I really enjoy doing that song, man. I really enjoy it. And I used to be like, people write in for me and I get in the feel of that. It felt kind of weird, but it was a challenge that I wanted, and it was something that I said, let me just do it with a difference, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it came out good because Alison Hines is on that rhythm also.
Mm.
Yeah, it was released yesterday, and the response is beautiful. People are loving it.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful groove. And man, I listen, life is what you make it, but life is filled with so many things out there. So try stuff, be adventurous. And that's me, I'm a Virgo. I'm always adventurous. That's just me as a Virgo. I'm always adventurous, man.
That is so true. All right, so we have the video Carnival.
Carnival
Play
done.
that. Yeah, could you just walk us through that, like how, your thought process when it came to that, and how, how everything worked behind the scenes up till the song Carnival? Because this is one of the songs that I truly love, you know.
Carnival done.
Yeah.
I like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um. Well, Carnival done is it happened. It happened so fast.
Mm-hmm.
It really happened so fast that because the guy that produced the song, he is from Canada,
Mm-hmm.
and he usually does chutney music.
Okay.
So he just said to me, well, we spoke a couple of times about doing a track together, and I always say, listen, the right, the right um track, the right time, the right vibe, things gonna happen. Don't push it, don't force it. Don't When it happened, it happened. And out of the blue, he sent me the track. And he's like, yo, Adrian, I like this for you.
Mm-hmm.
And I listened to it and I was like, I like it. I like the beat. I sat down the morning. I wrote the song in about I wrote the song in about 10, 15 minutes. And yeah, that was it. We working it, went into the studio, we laid the vocals down, this we take. And then I said, man, listen, for this song to song right, I need I need somebody from Trinidad to mix and master this song. And we went to Nikolai Greeny, you
Oh
know,
yeah, he's well known.
NMG Music.
Yeah.
And Nikolai, um, if you know Nikolai and you've worked with Nikolai,
Mm.
Nikolai is a person that he makes sure you get what you want.
Mm.
Back and forth, forth and back, and you do it until you're satisfied, he's satisfied, and the
Ah.
project, yeah, the project is what everybody's happy with.
Mm-hmm.
That was that. And for the this project here, Sweetness, Nikolai Greeny also again. I like working with Nikolai. Listen, you gotta work with the best. You gotta work with the best to song a certain way.
Yeah.
And that's just how it is. That's just how it is. I mean,
Oh,
even in videography, you want the best
true.
directors, you want the best person to do visualizers, there's a standard to uphold.
And
There's
people
a
that you
standard.
can work with as well, the
That's
rapport,
true.
just
Hmm.
rolls off, and it's not hard thing, and
Yeah,
someone
so
who perfects their craft.
that's the
Yeah.
people you want to surround yourself with and you want to be around, yeah. So
Right.
that's how it goes with that there. And Carnival Done came about. The visualizer, the visualizer, you see me, myself, please be like, how come you didn't get a girl in it? Man, let's so the girl I was supposed to be in the video, everything was going good, everything going good. Like about 5 hours before the video, I'm not hearing from this girl. I'm calling, not getting onto her, messaging, not getting
No.
onto her. And I'm like, what is going on? Hmm, what is going on? And I'm like, but I already booked this place, this space, I did cameraman, everything. I'm like, yo, you know what? I'm not gonna let this thing go to waste.
Just like,
I'm gonna
yeah.
just go and do it my damn self. It's a visualizer, I'm gonna do it my damn self. And I did it, and yeah,
Came out.
it didn't, to me, it came out decent. It wasn't bad.
All right. So in reference to Carnival done and so forth. So after the video was made, like how you said you like working with different producers and so forth, right? What
Mhm.
are some other producers that you like working with?
Um, it, uh, if something is good, if something is good, and somebody send me um a track and it's really good, I tend to write it pretty fast because I feel the vibe. But I've worked with a lot of producers in I would love to work with people like I would love Nikolai to produce something for me.
Uh-huh.
Um I would um Red Boys. Oh my gosh, Red Boys. I would love Red Boys to produce something for me too. I guess
Uh-huh.
the right song, the right time, you know. But it's all about the right song. As long as it's sung in right and the chemistry happen, it happens. You know what I mean? We work on getting a finished product. And as long as we get it, it don't matter who produces it, as long as it's sounding right,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah. You know what I mean? That's it for me. As long as it's sounding right, that's it for me.
Yeah. Speaking about sound, so cultural impact, how do you see soca music evolving in Guyana and the Caribbean as a whole? Because we're always speaking about, we want soca to get to a certain level and,
Hey,
how we can
girls,
produce it
come wine
differently.
banana,
We
na na,
actually get
yeah.
to there.
Yo,
So
Drew.
Girl,
asking
come
you
wine.
mind.
Of course, of course. Listen, you are seeing artists like Marshall, Kiss, um, Voice, Patrice,
Mhm,
all these people. You're seeing them collaborating with Nicki Minaj, Sean Paul, Beanie Man, whatever you name it. So I think it is injected in there, and you're also seeing people like the Nyla Blackmans at BT Awards. You're seeing
yeah.
them. You're seeing Marshall on Good Morning America.
Hmm.
Yes, this. So these things are it's happening slowly but surely. But
Hmm.
if you look at where soca music was to where it is, you will see the upgrade. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
But I
You
think
see,
it's always been recognized. It's just that now we have a platform where, just as you say, people are on BET. I think It's Ray was also on television
yeah.
yesterday and so forth.
Yesterday she was on some. Yeah, I think she.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So most of
indeed,
our music, you hear it in different sounds as well, in different beats,
and
you know?
different. Yeah,
And I
so
think
so things are
soca was
happening, man.
And soca is a part of hip hop as well. Because Biggie's mom's from Jamaica. Biggie is part of Jamaican. Missy Elliott is
Mm.
part Jamaican. You have actors who are, you know what I mean? So
Yeah, Nicki Minaj is Trinidadian.
exactly, exactly.
Rihanna is Bajan. It's man, it is there. It's in it's in the fabric.
Yes, yes,
So with time is gonna be exactly where it has to be or where it wants to be. But
yeah.
for now, everything I think everything is going according to plan, man. That's how
Glad.
I think. Everything is going
Exactly.
according to plan, man.
Yeah.
And you must say big up to people like Marshall that has really pushed the envelope to get soca out there. People
Mhm.
like Kiss and
Yes.
and them, you know what I mean? And then the younger ones for the Voice and Nile, Patrice, Destras, and all of them. These are people that really, like Bungie Garlin and them that really push to get soca out there,
Yeah.
yeah, and it's
They work
working.
very hard.
And
Yeah. And
yeah, man,
yourself. And yourself,
well,
because
I would say I probably try my best to do it for Guyana as much as I could, but
yeah.
what's the problem with well, I think Guyanese people in Guyana, like, never when I started music in Guyana, you have to be a crazy person to wanted to go into music in Guyana.
Uh,
Because music, you don't get no we Guyana, you don't get no royalties from your money from music. Music is not something to get into to make money to support yourself and a family. So
really.
yeah, so you have to be crazy to I don't know. Hey, as this guy, I know you said God's plan, eh?
Uh-huh.
So I guess I was a crazy person to do that. So if you if you want to get into music in Guyana like that, and there's no returns, there's no thing, you have to be a crazy person, eh? So I went into it and I do what I had to do. Win Soca Monarch. Sometimes, listen, let me tell you something, yeah. Sometimes you spend so much money in Soca Monarch, you're praying to God you win this thing,
You
yeah.
win it to get it
You're
back.
praying to God you win it because I've lost, I've won, I've lost. when you lose Soca Monarch, you be like, oh,
Oh gosh.
gotta pay all these dancers, you gotta do this, they gotta do this.
Mm,
And first of all, even looking for sponsorship, I want to know, like, I hate asking people for sponsorship. I hate it.
mm,
I don't like reaching out to sponsors because, like, to me, like, you see, that's why I say, yo, I gotta stick to myself with a lot of things because it's getting like I see artists are like, bro, I ain't getting no sponsorship, this, and I was like, you like asking people for sponsorship? They're like, man, I hate it too. Like, man, some of them try to style you so like they read your messages in reply to you in two
yeah.
months out. Like, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. That's why a lot of people try to do it for themselves. So they get into certain different things. Like some people try selling t-shirts to make money, hot merchandising. So
Mm-hmm.
many different things, avenues people try to go to help themselves
Make
with
things
music,
work. Yeah.
because yeah, man, music and entertainment, if you're not willing to spend some money on yourself and time and effort into it, don't get into it because
Mm.
you're you're gonna put up with a brick wall. So
And everything has to look professional because you would find, I mean, nowadays, because of the type of phones you have, people are able to make videos and do
mm,
different things, right? I remember there was a group and they were around, but now I think it was Hey Chappie was in a group that had three people, and they used to make videos and stuff like that, and used to tell us how they used to make it, and then eventually, I mean, they stopped singing, but the videos were good, you know.
mm.
But you still have to have that professionalism when you
Yeah,
do
you have to,
things, and you
and
have
it's
to
not
pay
cheap.
for that.
And that level of professionalism and that level that you're looking for, it's not cheap. I
True.
mean, if you if you're serious about your craft and you want your thing to sound a certain way, you have to work with certain producers. You have to work with certain, if you're not talented enough to um you you wasn't blessed with that skill in writing, you need good writers, good it's so many things you need, videographer, because you want to put out something that is something, a substance, something quality, something professional, and you got to
Exactly.
pay for that, of course. That
Yeah.
ain't cheap.
Yeah, exactly. So we're gonna play Carnival Done by Adrian Dutchin. We're gonna show the video so you can see what the video looks like and what Adrian is speaking about.
Hey, girls, come wine banana, na na, yeah.
Yo, Drew.
Hey, girl, come wine banana, na. Carnival done, but you want still come. Wine banana, na na. Bring it fast now, slow it down now. Come, wine banana, na na. Every fete that you went to, tell me, girl, tell me, my baby. All the buns on your hand now, show me, girl, show me, my baby. Go show your mother or your father. Your skin still dirty, full of pain, full of powder. Go tell your brother or your sister. Your pet straight through, but the man still want you. Don't care who you jump on. Carnival time, yes, we must have fun. Don't want know which man hold your waistline, girl. Me want it back way, back way, back way, back way. Bring it to me, girl. I still want it back way, back way, back way, back way. Carnival done, yes, I must wind it back way, back way, back way, back way. Bring it to me, girl. I still want it back way, back way, back way, back way. Carnival done, but I must wind it. Girl, I pre you in every wet fete. I pre you in every juve. I pre you in your costume on the road when you bust that wine to the ground, yeah. Don't care who you jump on. Carnival time, yes, we must have fun.
Very nice. I love that song. I mean, because you have such a melodic voice, you know? So some of these tunes are I don't know how to describe it. I don't know if anybody ever mentioned that to you, but some of the beats match with voices. Like I have a producer friend who would call me, and while he's producing, I'll be like, "Oh, this person sounds like this is how they would sing it," or you know what I mean? like to match up the voice
Ah,
with the production, the sound. But
doctor. Okay.
mm, but are there any particular venues or festivals you've dreamt of performing at during the history of entertainment?
Um. Well, there's a lot of shows that you know for over here. I would say Moksha. I would love to do a Moksha.
Mm,
Um, I would love to do well, I'm doing Jersey Carnival this year. Basically, a lot of the carnivals, as long as you're involved in them, you're good. As long as you're involved in them, you're good. And I've been blessed to be a part of the Caravanas, um, the Notting Hill. There's
mm,
this, so I'm thankful. I thank God that I'm involved in these things in some way or the other. But of course, you can't be on every show. You can't be everywhere.
that's
Everybody
true.
needs to. But I've been happy. I've been happy with some of my shows. More will come as music go out. You gotta put out music. You gotta keep doing it also. But
True.
like I keep saying, to get things at a certain level, hey, you have
Work
to
at
make
it
sure you have that backings
and money and all that
a
stuff.
lot.
So talking about work, what are some of the challenges and triumphs you've been through?
Um, oh my gosh. Well, of course, the first one is sponsorship is always something that
Yeah.
is needed. Um, and support the support. Um, Guyanese people and giving that support to their own is something that has always fascinated me. Um, I don't know. Guyanese people is they're a very hard people to please, eh?
Oh, they
So
are.
yeah, so when you please them, hey, but they're it I don't know what is it with them and supporting their own, giving their own that level of love and
Mm-hmm.
upliftment like they would to the Jamaicans and stuff like that. I don't know. I just don't know.
Mm.
Uh it's something that I have witnessed coming up as a very small boy. I've grown into a man now, and it's the same way. So I don't think it'll ever change. So that would be one of the biggest challenges, I would say.
Uh-huh.
Um,
The
Having
support.
your own people support you.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that's why I count myself lucky. I count myself lucky in being a Guyanese artist for so long
Yeah.
and being in this business for so long. Um, so the masters that do support me and stuff like that, I am very thankful and grateful for them, eh? Very, very thankful and grateful for them. Um, Sometimes I look now at certain shows and events, and I see in Guyana when the Guyanese artists perform, like it's not encouraging. And then when an artist from a foreign country come on, the encouragement and the upliftment they get, and I'm like, God damn it, boy.
Oh, but you know what? It's funny. It's funny because you always find that even in friendship, people would prefer someone else than you or push someone else's thing than you or something like that. I don't quite
Eh,
get
I don't
it.
get it. And I reach a stage in my life now that like certain things, like I can't bother with it because I'm like, it didn't change before then. It is not gonna change now.
Hmm.
So I try to make the best of it
Yeah.
as possible. When I release music now, I release it, and I don't even I don't even go back and look at views and this and this, because I'm like, are they gonna support it? Are they not gonna support it? I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess let's.
But I think the good thing is, right? I mean, what I don't do, I don't necessarily look for my friends. Like I wouldn't even post it. I wouldn't say I wouldn't. I have a friends group. So I wouldn't necessarily post it in that group per se because I know they see everything that I do. Most times they would say, look on the outside. because that's where your
Mm.
followers are. Those are the people who don't know you that will gravitate towards you
Towards
because
it.
they want to know
Mm.
what, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Your friends
Okay.
and the people that surround you. Well, I know you sing chutney, and I saw that. Um,
Oh yeah,
how did
yeah, yeah.
they gravitate to that? Did
Um,
see anything
chutney,
different
the
with that?
chutney scene. That for me, the chutney music, doing some of the chutney stuff like that. That was just like adding a little spice to my repertoire. You know, what I mean, I
Mhm.
personally just wanted to do some chutney collaborations. That was for me on a personal level. I just wanted that in the mix with my music. But yeah, the chutney world is beautiful, man. Is I'm having a great time every time I perform. I do my chutney songs, and you know, for me, a place that I love to perform and go to and vibe is in Queens. I love Queens, man. I have so many, I get so many gigs in Queens,
See,
so
yeah.
many private shows, so many things. So yeah, that's my stomping ground, you know what I mean? I mean, I love Brooklyn too and
Mhm.
whatnot, but I just think that I do most bigger shows in Brooklyn.
Okay.
Um the nice, the more smaller shows, some big ones and stuff like that too happen in Queens, you know what I mean? It happened, people from Queens really gravitate to me, so
Yeah.
hey,
So you
that's where
see,
yeah.
yeah, and that's a good thing about Facebook management. So they call it something as Facebook business, and then
Mm.
all other platforms have it where you could see where your fans are listening.
You find
You know,
this, you find
that's a
this, yeah, yeah,
plus. Yeah, that's a plus.
yeah,
You could see where that is. Some people
like
tend to advertise in those territories because they know
mm,
that's where people are listening. And sometimes, even though we know we want our own people to accept us, but I think it makes a better you because of the drive. Not to say that
mm,
they don't want you per se, but it makes you a better person, or makes you work harder
mm.
instead of just
Man,
everybody
listen.
accepted you and you're like, okay, I'm accepted, and I don't work as hard because I'm already accepted, something
And
like
then,
that.
well, I mean, that is true. I think that's why I say I'm so lucky, because
Yeah,
the amount of years I've been involved in music,
true.
in and being a guy and he's doing it in Guyana is a miracle, I would say. And a lot of people look up to me and be like, yo, bro, you've been doing music for Guyana and rapping for Guyana for the longest. And I'm like,
Long time.
yeah. But
Yeah.
there's a guy called Terry Godraj, man, that I look up to that guy, man.
Mhm.
That guy is he's been doing music way before me. That man has a song that's like 30 years old,
Wow.
that is just doing it for him in his and I take heed of what he does. And
Mhm.
um I have a song called I'm a Guyanese that may do that for me also, you
Yeah.
know, because every major event for Guyana and whatnot, that song is being played. I get so many. I think that there and a song I have called TikTok are my two most acclaimed songs that
Mm.
really give me um they really give me jobs and whatnot. Other than me being on stage, and I pride myself on every time I'm on stage, I
Yeah.
try my best to at least secure at least two more jobs, just from people seeing how I perform, how I carry myself, how I am with people, because these are things that are important to me. And if you want to be an artist, it should be important to you too. Your
Yeah.
attitude, that's like one of the number one things about yourself, your attitude, because you have to have a persona, and you have to have an aura and a vibe that is approachable, you know what I mean, and
That is so
respectful.
true.
And
So
if you
true.
don't, and if you don't, there's some people that are very susceptible to them stuff. They can read you out in a minute,
Oh
in a
yeah.
second.
Oh
They can
yeah.
feel you. I don't like this person. Let me stay far from them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this person too. And a lot of times in entertainment, we find a lot of people with talent. Their attitude stinks, but those are the ones that are high up. They things happening for them. And up to last night, I was making mention of this, and it's a true saying. Nice guys finish last.
Yeah.
Nice guys finish
But you,
last.
but well, I'm gonna play the tune now. We're gonna set up the tune. Is Bunty Singh and Adrian Dutchin the darling. And then
My
I'll come
darling.
back with
Yeah.
the last guy finish last. I mean good guys finish last.
Good guy.
Another Maha production, Bunty Sing, Adrian. Another Maha production, Bunty Sing, Adrian. Boom. Come in. Pulling at the corner, let me tell you a sweet story. Coming by the corner, I fell in love with you since I was 14. Come in, my girl. Pull in, my girl. Come in, my girl. Pulling at the corner, let me tell you a sweet story. I fell in love with you since I was 14. Baby, please believe me.
I know the video is not sync at the moment, but I'll get it for you next time.
Cause I will be waiting. If you cannot be my darling, then I don't want no wedding. If you cannot be my darling, then I don't want no wedding. I want make you my wife, so come in in the corner, make you my wife, so pulling, my girl, make you my wife, so come in in the corner, make you my wife, so pulling, my girl. You only hurting me, acting like you don't care. I can't bear this pain, I'm telling you again. Come in, my girl, pull in, my girl, come in, my girl. You only hurting me, acting like you don't care. I can't bear this
All right.
pain, I'm telling you.
That was beautiful. I love the video, dancing in the sari and so forth. That's really, really nice.
Nah. You know, it just happened. Same thing with this song with me and Bunty Singh.
Mm-hmm.
We just we were just going to an event in Queens a morning,
Mm-hmm.
and he just said, "Yo, I have a song I would love us to do." I said, let me hear the vibe. If it sounds good, we do it. And that just happened. I
Yeah,
went, I did my vocals, sent it, and yeah, the rest is history. The
yeah.
the the video, it was Caravana time, and I was doing some shows in Canada, and Bunty was in Canada, and we're like, yo, let's just shoot some stuff with the video, and we did. We shoot a little piece, that piece, and then we put everything together, and the rest is
Everything just
history,
came
man.
together nicely.
Everything
So
just came together.
I really enjoyed that. Really, really enjoyed it. So in reference to nice guys finish last, I think everybody has their village. As you say, the way how things happen for you, even with this video, even the way how
Uh-huh.
it worked out with the girl and so forth, you learn from everything that you've been through, right? And
Yeah.
you see what happens in the hip hop industry, let's say, quote unquote. The things that people do in the background, you don't know what they're doing for that success. And it looks like they're doing certain things that's coming really, really easy,
Really,
you
that
know?
that that is true. That is
But
that
you
is that
never
is
know what people are doing.
you never know what people are doing, or you
Yeah.
never know how hard people work to get what they get, and stuff
Hmm.
like that. But
Yeah.
the reason why I say nice guys finish last, right?
Hmm.
And it is true, and it's proven because
Yeah.
look at it. A lot of people that have money and stuff like that, they're snobs.
Mm.
They have terrible attitude. They
Yeah.
don't. They're not generally. Some of them are not nice people. They don't treat people nice, but yet they have all this wealth.
Yeah.
Um, a lot of people that are talented are they have no kind of they just ugh. And you say to yourself like, man, and so much things always happening for this person and whatnot, and they just are literally not a nice person. And the
Mm.
ones that are nice and always loving and this, we always get pushed to the nothing happens. And we were laughing about it last night. We were like, yo, just saying nice guys finish last is like for real. It's like for real. Because they have some people in the industry, and I tell you, they they have no they have no niceness to them, man. But
Mm.
the persona that they put over, they really sell you it that they're so nice and this and this. But in actuality, in reality, oh
They're
my
not.
God.
So
Ooh,
it's basically wolves in sheep clothing.
it's an industry like that. Wolves in
Yes,
sheep clothing, I can
it,
tell
it
you that.
is. And then the next thing too, they say closed mouths don't get fed. So if you're not a
Mm,
go-getter or a pusher or I don't want to say
mm,
a nasty person because as far as I see it, with your accolades, you have over, I'm going through everything since 2007, and you could tell me if it's before that. 2007 to now, there's so many songs that you've written, produced, you've won
yeah,
so many different, you know what I mean? So it
I've
builds
had my
character. Yeah.
yeah, it builds. I've had my share, you know what I mean, and I'm still getting awards and I'm still doing stuff, and I'm thankful for them, you know what I
Yeah.
mean. But
Yeah.
that comes with you being you gotta be, and you can't force it upon yourself. If you just gotta be a very humble person, and
Yeah.
you gotta be a people person. And when you're an entertainer, you gotta be a people person. You have to be, and that comes from humbleness. I
Mm-hmm.
say, it comes from being humble, and I thank my family for that. My mom, my grandmother, God rest her soul.
Yeah.
Um, I always had a humble family. We were never brought up in a rowdy way. Never in problems. We're always a very jovial family.
Yeah.
And
But sometimes because I remember going for an interview once, trying to get into the industry, and one lady told me you have to be firm, you have to be direct. And if you're, in how they do just say if you're like the type of person who is kiki and always laughing and stuff like
mm,
that, you're not gonna
they
get what
don't
you
take you
want because people don't take you seriously.
serious.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's true. I mean, you got to be professional. You
Hmm.
got to be professional, and there's a time and place for everything.
Everything. Yeah.
There's a time
Exactly.
and place for everything, and I would say, sometimes you have all the talent in the world and everything, but you have no discipline. You have to have
You
discipline, eh?
have to have discipline. Yeah.
And if you have discipline and you could apply yourself, you could get a lot of things in life. You know what I mean? You're
Hmm.
disciplined, you apply yourself, and you basically, I think if you're disciplined and you apply yourself, you're a go-getter. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Be respectful of people. People respect you. If you're not a disciplined person, and most people that are not disciplined are not respectful people. If you
Hmm.
have no discipline, you're not a respectful person. So people are not gonna, you give them that, they're gonna give it back to you.
Yeah. And then
So
too, at the same time, the type of people who's gonna be surrounded by you. If you're a nasty person, you'd find a lot of people don't want to be around you,
around you,
yourself
and
alone
you
and so forth. So
and
that's the difference between,
and the people you associate yourself with, and you surround yourself with and whatnot, tells a lot about your character also.
mm-hmm.
And it tells a lot about what you really want for yourself, eh?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
It
if you surround yourself with thugs and thieves and whatnot, obviously you're gonna always get yourself into that mess.
Yeah. They say live by the sword, die by the sword.
You get yourself into that mess. If you surround yourself with people that are disciplined, and people that are looking to get and do things in life, automatically you're gonna be mentored, and you're gonna have something to say, yo, this is what I want. You're gonna be inspired. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
hey, you gotta know yourself, eh? Like I said, discipline, you gotta know yourself, man.
Yeah, that's so true. Has anyone ever compared you to an artist? Any particular artist?
Um, n- I
Vocally or mannerism?
um I've never really. I know people just say I'm energetic. A lot of people say I'm energetic. A
Yeah.
lot of people, they love my character. They love my vibe.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. That's the first time somebody ever asked me that question. I've never really
Really?
thought about it.
Okay,
Yeah, I've never
so
really thought about
so
it. I have to start listening now.
I think because of your vocal ability, a little bit of your build and so forth, and your character, you remind me of Ricardo Drew.
Oh yeah.
A little, a
Oh
little,
yeah, a little.
a
Okay.
little
Hey.
bit. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. All
Mannerisms and
right.
stuff like that. Yeah, yeah. I mean, people always say I have a twin, and I'm like, show me. People say
Show
I
your.
kind of look like Destra because of the shape of the face and stuff like that. And
Mm,
before they used to say I look like Janet Jackson or whatever. So, you know.
yeah, look at you, eh? Oh, the girl. Oh, the girl. Mm,
Yeah. So, okay, so usually because of, because of the time and stuff like that, I want to get into my game. I have two games that I play.
mm,
One where you answer one word for these words that I'm going to give you, and the other one is questions that you answer. All
mm.
right, fully. Okay. So, um, one word for this word that I'm going to give you, Adrian. Whatever comes.
Adrian.
Mm-hmm.
Um, humble.
Okay. Guyana,
Home.
music,
Love.
family,
Endless love.
success.
Want more.
Okay. And my questions. If heaven had a gate that you could walk up to, right? You walk in from here to the gate. What would you like God to tell you or advise you?
Hmm. Hmm. I would like. Hmm. That's a good one. I've never been asked that before. What would I want God to tell me or
Yeah.
advise me? Hmm. Tell me how to be way more successful in life. I would love him to.
All right. What do you think of the Caribbean as a whole, and what would you change?
The Carib. I mean, the Caribbean is a beautiful place. It's a beautiful place. I would definitely change the love we give each other. I think we need more love
Mm,
amongst each other. I personally think we need more love amongst each other. That's about it.
yeah. Okay. What is the one thing that irks your nerves or your pet peeve? If you have
Ugh,
more than one, you could say.
I have so many. I have so many. One of them is I hate when um somebody go to ask me something, then they say, okay, don't worry, don't worry. Like, so you just leave me like that? Come on.
High and
Oh
dry.
boy, man. You're gonna ask. My wife does that to me a lot because she knows it. She does. She's like, Adrian, you know that. Okay, don't worry. Like, what?
Don't bother,
Yeah,
don't
she
bother,
does.
don't bother.
Don't worry. Yeah. I don't like that. I don't like
Um, what advice would you give to your younger self?
that. You start too early.
Really?
Yeah. What? Um. mm, I think I started too early, man. I think so. Yeah.
So what age did you think? Okay, so why do you think you started early? Just elaborate a little bit more on that.
Um. I think that I would have done a lot of things in life differently. A lot of things looking back, a lot of decisions that I've made. I could have done it a lot better. A lot of things I could have done a lot better. A lot of choices I could have made the right choices. But hey, you don't get do-overs. That's how it goes, eh? That's how
Yeah,
it go.
because it already started and all that,
Hmm
So, um,
hmm
all right, so that's it for my game. Thank you for participating in that. I wanted to take a quick break, but then we'll wait and see because I wanted to play on, some more of your tunes, so
Yeah,
people
well,
get familiar with more of them because you have so
but
much.
so
Like,
yeah, man, yeah.
yeah,
Well,
through the
listen, well, I'm happy that you guys played Carnival Done. I'm
yeah,
happy you played Sweetness. The visualizer is gonna be out for Sweetness. I think I'm gonna let it out next week Friday. It's gonna be posted. Um on Julian's promotions and stuff like that, you know.
Okay,
So
good.
yeah, hey, like as we always say, man, slowly but surely.
True, true. What advice do you have for up and coming artists? I was actually speaking to a DJ recently, right? And he was talking more about, how we could get music out there, how we could promote soca and so forth, right? But let's start with the artists first. What advice would you give them about this soca industry?
Like I said before, it's not a easy road. Make sure it's something that you really want to do, and you really have your boots on, for some running and some walking and for some travels, and be willing to be very disciplined in it. You're gonna have to spend a lot of money. You're gonna have to spend a lot of time behind your craft. And it's not easy. It is not easy. It Make sure it is something that you really want to do, because once you start it and you get into it, you're gonna really see the trials and you're gonna really see everything for what it is. And then they're gonna be a lot of times you're gonna second guess yourself, third guess yourself. You're gonna be like, wow, I, I don't think it would have ever been like this.
Hmm.
But you know, and the only thing that will get you through is the love for it, eh? The love for it. So if you don't have that love for it and that passion for it, don't get into it. Do not get into it. If you have the love and the passion and you're willing to walk the mile, yes, get into it. It is for you.
Good, good.
Yep.
Um, I want you to give people who are already in the industry some more advice, but we are going to show the video, Sweetness.
Okay. The
We're gonna show
visualizer, yeah,
that.
man.
Yeah, we're gonna show the video for that, and we'll be right back.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Na 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 na. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Na 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 na. For the ladies. Boom. Come let me hold you and give you just what you need. Let me walk you properly and give you the sweetness, darling. I'll give you that. Come let me hold you and give you just what you need. Let me walk you properly and give you the sweetness, darling. I'll give you that. I'll give you on the spot there. Come get the proper walk here. Come take it how you want it, darling. I'll give you that, and I'll give you on the spot there. Come get the proper walk here, and I'll give you how you want it, baby. I'll give you that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't mean to be rude, but you caught my attention, baby. You looking good. Oh, darling, you got me under pressure, and I just can't help myself now. And if you give me one chance, I can show you. Let me show you. Come, let me hold you and give you just what you need. Let me walk you properly and give you the sweetness, darling. I'll give you that.
All right,
Your
thank
time
you
again,
for that.
Nikki. Your time.
All right, perfect. Thank you for that break. Adrian, before we go on, I would like you to give everyone your handles on all social media platforms.
Okay, the main place to get me is on Instagram. It's I am Adrian Dutchin. YouTube, Adrian Dutchin. Um, yes, it's Adrian Dutchin on YouTube. That's about it. The Facebook thing, oh my gosh, I don't know what is it with me and Facebook, but I don't think Facebook likes me.
Good.
Well, oh, and TikTok, Adrian Dutchin 27. Yeah, that's it. But my main one I use is my Instagram. My Instagram, I've worked on it. Yes, I am Adrian Dutchin. So check it out. Check out the new music. The music is on every streaming platform. Just type in Adrian Dutchin, Carnival Done, Adrian Dutchin, Sweetness, Adrian Dutchin, My Darling. Those are the stuff that I'm out there and pumping for me. So
Very
yeah,
nice.
get in
Very
and enjoy it. Enjoy the sweetness.
But you mentioned TikTok. Do you find TikTok um
Yeah,
helping you in
very.
any way as opposed to Instagram? Because I find Instagram now is kind of gone down more than TikTok.
Listen, TikTok, you reach the masses, I think, because it's more fun. It's more creative. You can do so much. People do so much on TikTok. It's crazy. Um, and it's so many things you can do on TikTok, man. It's just fun. It's
Yeah,
innovative, and it's a platform that you can push yourself. You can get your music out there. It's so many things you could do. That's why people gravitate it more. So I'm
true,
working
true.
on growing. I'm working on growing that TikTok um subscribers, or
Mm-hmm.
I'm working on the numbers of TikTok right now. I
Yeah,
never really took it seriously until two chutney guys from Guyana. They said, man, Leo, you need to get on TikTok, bro, and this and this, and then I started to do it and whatnot. My first time I ever went on TikTok, just when I went live, my first time, I never forget it. I was in Canada,
yeah.
and um I was at on the roof of a hotel.
Mm-hmm.
And I sat back, and I just said, let me go live with this thing and this thing. I had over 1,000 people looking at me, and I'm
See?
like, I don't know if they just came on just to see if it was me, for I don't know, but I'm like,
Uh, but that's how it is
what?
because the beauty about that is once you go live, everyone's gonna know, like that you get a notification instantly
You get a note,
that you go
yeah.
live. They show the picture and everything.
I'm
And
like,
yeah,
wow.
funny enough, like how you say you prefer Instagram rather than Facebook, like I do more dancing and pictures on TikTok now because you see artists, their music going viral. And as soon as you do a little dance or you go live, more views than anything else. I get more views on TikTok than I get on Instagram.
Yeah, 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 of course. The TikTok is more. Wait. You said dancing. That's not just gonna just fly over my head. Really? I gotta
Yeah,
follow you on
because
TikTok to see you do some dancing,
I
man.
yeah, because
Ah,
I like dancing, you know? So my daughter and I
okay, okay.
come dance, or I do a dance by myself. And the very first dance we did, because of my filter, you won't be able to see it, right?
Hmm.
But the very first dance we did, I'll tell you what I got. And that made me stay on TikTok a little longer. 44.8K views,
Nice,
you know?
nice, nice,
Yeah. And
nice.
it was just a dance that this boy does, and it was just simply following him. Let me see if you could see it. And
Yeah, I
that's
seen
me in
it.
pink.
Oh, okay, okay.
Not gonna show too well here because of the thing, but people can go on it, Nikki G the voice, and you would see it. Yeah.
Dance.
And I had fun
Uh,
there. So
yeah,
I was
yeah,
telling
man.
anybody, go there and
Listen,
promote more where your songs, people, you pick the
I
songs from the artists and
I go live. I go live sometime. It depends. Sometime I have 100, 200.
uh-huh.
25. It depends. But
Yeah,
sometimes it don't matter to me. I just go live to promote an event.
yeah.
And yeah. And speaking about that, when I come over here, I'm gonna go have a some tea, blah blah blah, and then I gonna go and do a live. I have an event that I'm have to be at tomorrow.
Okay.
It is for my manager.
Mm,
He fell ill this year, and he's in dire need of a kidney. So
oh,
we are doing a fundraiser tomorrow for him. So
okay.
yeah, tomorrow I'm
So
gonna
send us.
encourage people.
So that's what we do. I mean, for artists that come on the platform for islandvibe.net and for my show, Table Talk Show, we promote your music, your videos, any type
I
of,
appreciate it. Yeah,
projects
man.
such as this. You could
Project.
send us the link. We send it to our DJ pool. I
Mm-hmm.
also posted on my Facebook page and so forth. So you could send us that information so we could,
Good.
help with that as well.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. I appreciate it, and I thank you so much for this little time with the interview and stuff like that. As you said, 2 hours go by really, really
It goes
fast.
quite fast, yeah, because we're down to
Yeah, it
15
goes by.
minutes.
I see. I'm looking at. I'm like, wow, it's already done. So,
Yeah,
I thank you guys so much. Your technical guys and stuff like that, that back and forth with you and everything.
yeah,
Big up, guys. Big up yourself. Thank you guys a lot. And you never know. You never know who's gonna follow you. You just never know. So you never take your interviews, and you never take things for granted. And like I was telling this guy after last night, because he have a radio interview to do today, and he was like, "Man, I think I'm gonna tell this guy, yeah, I have something to do or whatnot." I said, "Bro,
Oh,
don't take nothing for granted. Every little interview, every little time, because that person took time out of their day and stuff like that to prepare for you
yeah,
to come, you know what I mean? Show
yeah,
them the respect back and you know what I mean?
yeah.
So I thank you. That's why when you called me this morning, I was asleep. I was jump up. I'm like, wow, let me get myself together. Because right away I remember the interview. I said, let me get myself together. You
Yeah,
you you always have to show people that respect and you have to be thankful, eh?
true, true. It goes a long way. It definitely goes a
Yeah,
long way. So now we're gonna set up Sweetness. We have the video for Sweetness, and we're gonna
the
play that
visualizer.
now, the
Yeah. Well,
visualizer.
I'm now getting up, most people, well, most soca artists on YouTube usually push their thing out to Julian promotion. He's like the biggest thing in
Yes, yes,
soca music. But I mean, I said let me try something now, and maybe it's fate make it happen. I said let me try doing it from my page first. Let me get my subscribers up, get my little views or whatever. And lo and behold, I think it's at 300 or 400 views or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, just leave it there for a week or two. Let it get people get to come to my page. Let me start building my traffic on my page, and
yeah,
then I'm gonna put it out on Julian promotion, the Vivo and stuff like that. But my personal page, let me give it a little, a little vibe, eh?
yeah, yeah. That's good.
Mm. Yes,
So you've worked with so many different artists, yeah, like Rupi, Marshall, Alison Hines, Edwin Yearwood, and Peter Ram. But before I do that, I know we have the song set up. I don't want to jump. So we're gonna play Sweetness.
Na 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 for the ladies. Boom, come let me hold you and give you just what you need. Let me walk you properly and give you the sweetness, darling. I'll give you that. Come let me hold you and give you just what you need. Let me walk you properly and give you the sweetness, darling. I'll give you that. I'll give you on the spot there. Come get the proper walk here. Come take it how you want it. Darling, I'll give you that. And I'll give you on the spot there. Come get the proper work, yeah. And I'll give you how you want it. Baby, I'll give you that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't mean to be rude, but you caught my attention, baby. You looking good. Oh, darling, you got me under pressure. And I just can't help myself now. And if you give me one chance, I can show you. Let me show you. Come let me hold you and give you just what you need. Let me walk you properly and give you the sweetness, darling. I'll give you that. Come let me hold you and give you just what you need. Let me walk you properly and give you the sweetness, darling. I'll give you that. I'll give you on the spot there. Come get the proper walk, yeah.
Adrian, how do you pick the locations? Because I see you went to I think it's Dumbo, down in Dumbo, and they say that's one of the best spots in order to shoot your videos. How do you choose the spots that you do your
I
videos?
honestly, I honestly just it was just a visualizer. I just wanted the bridge in the background, and we just end up go walking in that area, taking different shots, different spots, and hey, that's what came out.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, I mean,
that's a
we
nice,
just
beautiful spot,
sometimes
especially with sunset and all that.
yeah, the bridge and everything in the background. Yeah,
Mm,
that was really nice. I like that. So
yeah.
yeah, that's me putting in my efforts and everything into um getting the summer off. You know what I mean? I have one more to drop in the next probably 2 to 3 weeks, and then it's promotion, push, marketing, trying to get them out. And let's see. So of course, these stuff that I'm doing for now is to push into next year.
Okay.
for Carnival, the different festival and everything. That's how that's how you do it. You start early.
Mm,
You start early. Yeah, you gotta start early because if you don't
yeah.
start early, you don't work your way, get your stuff known for the summer going into thing. When you see the big guns release, that everything, uh, yeah, because you know when them big guns drop. You know what I mean? Yo, I
Yes.
tell you.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
As you talking about that, three questions came to mind, right? Because people talk about seasonal, that soca is seasonal, but then when you look at it, you mentioned every island,
Yeah,
right? Not even just CARICOM islands, like every island has their carnival, including some states and so forth. So soca
and
is not
including countries.
necessarily, yeah,
And
it's not
including
necessarily,
countries to
yeah,
countries. Yes, it's not a seasonal. It's Stoker season in that country or that island when it's that time.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but then you're pushing you. So now, why they were saying it was seasonal is because I guess after Labor Day, then they kind of like slow down the soca. Then in Trinidad, after Carnival, then they go into
No, well,
Lent,
well,
and then they
well,
don't
no,
play
well,
for
well,
one
what
month.
happens? Well, what
But
happens?
then
No,
they
but what
still play.
happens?
Mm,
This is what happens. After Labor Day, everybody get ready to go to Miami.
mm,
And from Miami, you jump into Trinidad.
yeah,
So Trinidad, Guyana, happens around the same time, around the same thing, because Guyana is getting big in it now. And Guyana even have some more openings because they have Guyana Carnival, they have Guyana Mash.
yeah.
So there are a lot of, and man, Guyana is just a different country now, yeah, because the oil and everything that place gets
Oh
so
yes, it's booming
up
now.
so upgraded. It's everything is yeah. So um in let's say in 2028, 30, Guyana is gonna be so you're gonna be like, man, I gotta go to Guyana. I gotta go to that place. Even now, so many people, the economy is booming, everything is every Guyana is just a whole different spectrum right now, man.
I think I like that because before, at one point I know there was a lot of migration happening
Mm-hmm.
between Venezuela, Guyana. I mean, even African
Well,
continents is the same thing. That was
thing,
moving from one place. If it wasn't in America, if it wasn't in Trinidad, people move into different,
moving to the
different
yeah.
territory.
Well. That has been reversed. People want to go back to Guyana because your land and everything that you had in Guyana is worth
Yeah.
so much now.
And
So
I
hey,
I heard the gold
yeah,
is
the
very
gold,
good
yeah,
as well. Yeah.
very. The gold is the best. We have a
Yeah.
lot of the big thing right now. A lot of people the gold. A lot of people going and do mining and so yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, God has been great to Guyana.
Yeah. So I didn't get to say about Adrian's accolades, right? And so I'm gonna read off some things. He also made his name for himself in the Soca Monarch competition, winning 3 titles to date. Well, I think this one you might have
Last year,
won
last
even
year
more,
before. Well,
make
last
it
year
4.
before. Yeah.
Congratulations. And
Thank
this
you,
is
thank
what
you.
I say humbleness. Sometimes people, you have things, you've won things, you achieved so much, yet still you still have the drive to continue and you speak to people a certain way, which is very good, you know. You
Thank you,
attract
thank
so
you.
much more. Yeah. So after winning the road march in 2006, Adrian became a member of X2 times 2. He recorded his cross color records, and he was also subsequently drafted by renowned band and so forth,
Yeah.
and then you've worked in USA, England, Canada, St. Lucia, Antigua, Barbados, and a whole host of other islands. You've also worked with Alison Hines, Marsha Montano recently. You actually have a song with him. I think I wrote it here. That is the Carnival Done, right? Is that a part of
No,
his
no, no, no.
his
I don't have
label?
a song. Yeah, his label,
The
Monk.
label, right,
Yeah,
correct.
yeah. I've had the opportunity to be being signed to his label, so I that's a big thing for me. I'm happy about that.
Yeah.
So. And as you can see, the sweetness and the sweetness, Carnival done, like that. Those are stuff that are off of Masha Montano's label. So yeah, I'm happy. The whole distribution label, and I'm happy, man. I'm happy.
That is great. So how many, I mean, I'm not sure if you know or so forth, but how many people are signed to his label and how long has his
Oh,
label been around?
a lot, a lot. You can go on Instagram, go to Monk Records or
Music group?
Monk
Okay.
Music Group, and you'll
Yeah.
see a lot of artists are signed to the distribution company and the label and whatnot. He's working with a
Nice.
lot of people, so he's doing a lot, man. He's doing. I know for a fact, Hey Choppy
Mm.
is a part of his label. These guys, I forget their name. Lucidi,
Uh-huh.
um, DJ Shim,
Oh,
yeah,
nice. Okay. So in
yeah.
order to
So
get on his platform as an artist, since you're on the inside, what do you have to show in order to be a part of that or even sign to his label?
what I did. So Marshall Montano's managers a guy called Shay. So I sent a song to him and he liked it. I was totally surprised, and he was like, man, I see you doing stuff, and I see you thing. You know what? We're gonna sign you. We're gonna sign you to this label. Let's do a distribution deal. Let's sign about. And
Mm,
that's how it happened. I just sent him the song. And you know what happened? I reached out to him on Instagram before.
yeah.
It took him like about 2 months to get back to me. So, but it happened, and I sent an email. I surprised that he emailed me back. I guess listen, what's for you is for you. What's gonna happen is gonna happen, you know?
Mhm. That's what I say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Because
man.
someone told me, I wrote something on Facebook and I said to the fact where sometimes you feel like giving up. I think you had mentioned that.
Of
And
course.
because you don't know, you feel as if you
Yeah.
have to reach. Even if you've gotten something, the next thing you're waiting for the next thing to happen, the next big thing to happen, or money, or whatever the case may be. And
Yeah, man.
someone who is not like we're not close per se, but we talk on Instagram and stuff like that. And she wrote, she's like, you never know who's looking at you. And which is true. Because
Hmm.
I've gotten bookings for certain, even for commercials, to do commercials. My first booking to host an event, the person clicked
You'd
like,
never know. You
and then,
never know.
people said they heard it through Google and that's how they got me and stuff like that. So you never know
You
who's
just
listening.
never know. Yeah,
Yeah,
man, you never know. But
really
I'm gonna tell you, man, a lot of times in life you feel like giving up. You feel like God in heaven knows I've had many days like that, and I'm pretty sure I have many more to come. But that's life, that's the journey, and you make the best of what you can happen. You know what I
true,
mean?
true.
And you always prayers is a very deep thing. Prayers is get you through anything. I am a firm believer in God, and I pray a lot. I pray a lot. I pray a lot. So, it's gotten me this far, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna help me um along my journey until my time comes, huh?
That's true. That's so true. Could you give us your handles again one more time, just in case people feeling
Yeah,
late and so forth?
Instagram, I am Adrian Dutchin. YouTube, Adrian Dutchin. TikTok, Adrian Dutchin 27.
All right.
Excuse me.
Do you have any websites that people should know about? Is it the same?
Um, Basically, and no, you just go through any streaming platform, Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you get your music from, and you type in Adrian Dutchin, and all the music comes up. Everything comes up. Um, Instagram, you hit me up on Instagram. You get emails, everything there for bookings, whatever. Instagram,
Yeah.
the email, everything is right there. If you want to email me, Adrian Dutchin 27 at yahoo.com. Just send the email. You could tell that email Adrian Dutchin 27, so you know how long I have that. That since I was 27 years old and I'm now
Yeah.
43. So man, I tell you.
Wow. Well,
I'm
Adrian,
telling you.
I wanna thank you so much. Our time, we have like a couple more minutes here.
Thank
I
you,
want to
man. Thank
thank
you.
you so much for agreeing to come on the platform. I know it took some time, but as you
It
say,
happened. It
everything
happened.
happens,
When at the
in
right
its
time.
own time and so forth.
Yeah,
And
man.
I wish you all the best, continued
Thank
success
you so much,
in
man.
everything that you do. Bless up to the family and all that,
Same to you. Same to you and all the technical guys and everything. Thank you guys so much. Everybody, thank you for the love, man.
You're super welcome. You're very welcome. Do you have anything else you'd like to share as far as, let's say, for artists who's already here? One person said that sometimes artists guard and they don't share out, like how do we say it? Gatekeep things. And they want to, it's like they feel like we need to have platforms where everybody share the music and share how they got things, that type of saying. So I don't know if you have any
I
advice
mean,
to
I
that.
mean, I mean, not really, not really. But
Mm-hmm.
like I said to people, the main thing, I mean, just make sure you love it, man. Just make sure you really and genuinely
Mm-hmm.
love it. And as long as you really and genuinely love it, you will you will respect it more. Eh? And always respect your craft and remain disciplined, man. Remain disciplined and be humble. Be humble.
Very good. Keep it locked to islandvibe.net. Tune in to Table Talk Show with Nikki G, The Voice on YouTube. You can get me, Nikki G, The Voice, on all social media platforms. Also go on Nikki G Media and you can see some more videos and so forth. And you can get to all my platforms. Thank you again, Adrian. You
Thank
guys
you, Nikki G and the crew.
go stream. You're welcome. Go stream his music. We're gonna put that on the YouTube as well. And have a great day. Bye.
Another Maha production, sing Adrian.
Yeah.
Adrian. Come in. Pulling at the corner, let me tell you a sweet story. Coming by the corner. I fell in love with you since I was 14. Come in, my girl. Pull in, my girl. Come in, my girl. Pulling at the corner, let me tell you a sweet story. I fell in love with you since I was 14. Baby, please believe me.
I know the video is not sync at the moment, but I'll get it for you next time.
I will be waiting. If you cannot be my darling, then I don't want no wedding. If you cannot be my darling, then I don't want no wedding. I want make you my wifey, so come in in the corner. Make you my wifey, so pull in, my girl. Make you my wifey, so come in in the corner. Make you my wifey, so pull in, my girl. You only hurting me, acting like you don't care. I can't bear this pain, I'm telling you again. Come in, my girl, pull in, my girl. Come in, my girl. You only hurting me, acting like you don't care. I can't bear this.
All right.
What's this?
Welcome to Table Talk with Nikki G The Voice, where we bring to you highlights of entrepreneurs, leaders, organizers, and much more.
Cross the finish line, I'll be coming back for you.
A broad spectrum of professionals, including chefs, artists, designers, musicians, and much more. Our show is a new brand of talk shows where we educate, bring transparency, and last but not least, fun. Table Talk. Get ready for our seasons, a roller coaster of emotions, all wrapped into one. Caribbean style. We'll cover our Caribbean roots as well, so keep it locked. Welcome to Table Talk. Follow us on Instagram, YouTube, and iTunes.